Champions League for week 4. We are here in Thessaloniki, Greece for a Group A fixture between ΑΡΗΣ and μπάνβιτ. And you could call this a clash of the titans here in Group A, as both teams sit with a healthy, strong record of 3-0. ΑΡΗΣ playing in the ever so fluorescent yellow and black, while the visitors from Turkey represent the colors of orange and green. Thessaloniki being one of the most passionate cities for basketball in the nation of Greece, and ΑΡΗΣ being one of the most successful teams as they look to bring some European glory here home tonight and stretch their record to 4-0. Group A fixtures saw Fraport Skyliners win against CSM Zemburg, while Helios Suns beat Bakum Bears. And tonight we have two fixtures for you. ΑΡΗΣ take on μπάνβιτ, and AS Monaco take on Irene Naharia. But as we said, both teams making an impressive start to their campaign here in the Basketball Champions League. While μπάνβιτ recently picked up an excellent win against CEZ Nymburk, and ΑΡΗΣ picking up their most recent win against Irene Naharia. Both teams tonight, ΑΡΗΣ sitting in second and μπάνβιτ finishing in third. And there'll only be one winner tonight, as one team will finally come to their first loss. And eventually one of them will catch up to AS Monaco here in the Basketball Champions League. Three teams dominating this Group A, with AS Monaco, ΑΡΗΣ and μπάνβιτ. And as you can see, in the middle, we have Helios Suns and CEZ Nymburk trying to catch those final places. And μπάνβιτ featuring two very impressive players in Jordan Theodore and Jeremy Chappell, both averaging very solid numbers here in the Basketball Champions League, with Theodore averaging almost 18 points a game and Chappell averaging 10. Other players featuring Ido Muric, the Slovenian international, previously a Partizan, who is averaging 14 points here in the Basketball Champions League. And their presence tonight will heavily be needed as they look to pick up a win here on the road in Greece and take their record to 4-0. Our host tonight features some very impressive players, both domestically and American. Devin Marbl, the sharpshooter, who scored a very, very impressive 14 points against Naharia. Also featuring the likes of Tadija Dragicevic, who played for the Belgrade Red Star. Most recently was the top scorer in the Montenegrin League last year. We are set for a very impressive atmosphere, with the Greek basketball fans being some of the most passionate and loud in all of Europe, and they for sure will get behind their team for tonight, what will be a very intense international rivalry between two teams who are known and very passionate for their basketball, both Turkey and Greece. Gaspar Vidmar, the big man in the middle for μπάνβιτ, playing at Besiktas and Fenerbahce, but right now he's got a big job tonight for μπάνβιτ, as he will go up against Eric Buckner from ΑΡΗΣ Salonika, and he'll have a big role tonight. ΑΡΗΣ introduce their players. There you can see Will Cummins, Temple University, had an impressive 13 points against Naharia, as he's averaging 11 points here in the Basketball Champions League. The playmaker, he'll be setting his team up tonight, setting the tone. This is a big part to play. The home fans showing their appreciation, getting behind their team. Some of the loudest fans in Europe are ΑΡΗΣ, as they're the fans of one of the most successful basketball teams, not only in Greek but European basketball history. And as the arena is called the Nick Galis Arena, after one of the most famous players of all time, who led the revolution in Greek basketball, putting its name on the map and making Greece one of the powerhouses of European basketball. Both players exchange and shake hands. As we're just under 5 minutes away from tip. And Aris Salonika, in the recent game they played against Irani Naharia, winning by 32 points, making it very easy at cleaning up there in Israel. And shooting the ball extremely well from the three-point line. 13 for 20. And they'll look to play a good perimeter game here tonight. So you go up against a very tough defensive team in Banvit. And Banvit, as well, as we mentioned, after a 3-0 start, we'll look to the likes of Jordan Theodore and Gediminas Orlik for the scoring, as well as having Ido Murch and Jeremy Chappell. And Aris sitting second here in Group A, along with Banvit in third position. And they'll be wondering how AS Monaco get on with their game against Naharia, because both teams will want to move up the table and cement a first place position. And it'll be very interesting when these two teams in the regular season take on AS Monaco, as it really is in Group A between these three teams. But tonight, it's all about Aris and Banvit, and that's all they'll be thinking about, because both teams are going to pick up a victory tonight. And there are our officials for this evening: Vincente Bulto, Zdravko Rotesic, and Boris Shulga. Some of the finest and most professional officiating we have to offer here in the Basketball Champions League. Of a big game tonight. And there we can see the starters for Banvit, as in the middle is the big man Gaspar Vidmar. Jeremy Chappell will start at the 2, and Jordan Theodore at the point, along with Gediminas Orlik and the Slovenian international Ido Murch, who will have a big game tonight. Scored 14 points in his last game, Ido Murch, formerly of Partizan Belgrade, another Basketball Champions League team. The Banvit coach, Sasha Filipovsky. Our starters for Aris tonight: Will Cummings at the point, Eric Buckner, the big man in the middle, Tadija Dragacevic, the power forward who could put the ball on the floor, along with Michael Jenkins, and Devin Marble, who did not start last game, came off the bench and shot the ball extremely well from the three-point line. These two teams are ready for tonight, and they'll be going at it to pick up that fourth win, as only one of them can do it. And it'll be all about set the tempo here in the first few minutes. Sarah's team, they'll try to get the crowd on their side, get that crowd to act as a sixth man to really put Banvit under pressure. With Banvit, they have a lot to offer, with Jordan Theodore, Gediminas Orlik, Ido Murch, and of course Jeremy Chappell. Coach Dimitrios Pryfitis, the Greek Coach of the Year last year in 2016. Worked his way as the Greek national team coach. Tonight, he'll be looking to lead his team to get them that fourth victory here in the Group A. The players will shake hands with the officials. Buckner, along with Jordan Theodore, and they'll get this game underway. Jump ball between Gaspar Vidmar and Eric Buckner, and we're almost underway here. Group A, Aris Salonika v Banvit. It's the Basketball Champions League. Don't go anywhere. And Arris come up with the first possession. You can hear the home crowd as Will Cummins brings the ball up. Cummins gets it back down on the low post. He posts up Theodore. Can't get it to go. And John Theodore will break. Attacks the basket. And he's fouled. Will go to the line for 2 free throws. And John Theodore, one of the best players here in the Basketball Champions League. And getting to the basket. He only stands at 6'2". But he uses his body and his game knowledge. And he plays like he's 6'7". Jordan Theodore, formerly of Fraport Skyliners last year, played his college basketball at Seton Hall University, where he averaged 16 points per game. He'll have a big part to play as he's so influential for this banvit side, scoring 15 points in his last game against Nymburk. Makes 2 for 2. Buckner, back to Cummins. They go down to Dragicevic. Cevic will back down. Goes to the middle. Can't get it to go off the back rim. And JT will come up with it. They go down to the big man, Vidmar. He posts up Buckner. He goes up with it. He can't get it to go. Gets his own rebound. He gets blocked by Buckner. A third time. And Arris finally come up with it. And it's Devin Marbl as he'll break down the middle. Marbl all the way in. Off his left hand. And Buckner! And as you thought Marbl was going to miss a layup, Eric Buckner just jams it back down. And he gets his first 2 points for this Arris team. Chappell. Gotten heavily by Jenkins. Theodore picked up heavily by Buckner. They kick it out to Murch. He's got 5 seconds. Murch into the middle. Off his right hand and makes it look easy. Beautiful move there by Ido Murch, the young Slovenian international. Averaging 9 points per game here in the Basketball Champions League. Devin Marbl, the sharpshooter. You can't give him any space because he will shoot well from 3. Jenkins takes 2 dribbles. Off to Buckner. Goes baseline. Kicks it out. And Dragicevic drops it. And banvit will come up with it. The well-experienced veteran Tadija Dragicevic. 6'9". Big man, put the ball on the floor and create a lot. Vidmar goes hand off with Theodore. They go pick and roll. Chappell swings it down to Vidmar. He spins, good move. Gaspar Vidmar with a beautiful spin around the pump fake, and he gets the and 1, and the foul's on Eric Buckner. There you can see, oh, the beautiful play there. Marbl missed it, but Buckner just throws it down. You can see him on the defense. The block. Vidmar makes a 3-point play. Jenkins. Get it to Cummins. Back to Jenkins. Goes to his left, kicks it to Buckner. Buckner! And in the same position as he put the tip back dunk, he gets a beautiful pass there from Jenkins and throws it down with a cram jam. Down to Vidmar, they feed the big man again. Backs down Buckner. Vidmar pump fakes, can't get it. Murch tries to tip back, but he can't make it. And Arris will break. Buckner takes it in, and he gets called for an offensive foul. Excellent defense there by Gaspar Vidmar, but I think he hurt himself in the act. I think he might have taken a little blow there to the abdomen. It might just be a case of a hard knock. I'm sure he'll be okay. They're going to need the big man tonight, Gaspar Vidmar, as he stands at 6'11". Such a big presence on the defense and the offense. He has a lot to offer with experience. Averaging 7 points per game here in the Basketball Champions League. Gaspar Vidmar, formerly of Besiktas and Fenerbahce. They get it into Muric. Guarded heavily by Michael Jenkins. Jordan Theodore, you can see the crowd there. They want the backcourt violation. But you can clearly see he did not touch. And an offensive foul there. Gaspar Vidmar as he sets an illegal screen. There you can see the passion from the Greek fans, these Irish fans. They'll be doing that all night. And it's the last thing the Banvit players want. They'll want to silence that crowd. It's very tough to do here in Salonika, Greece. Just a delay in the game here. Will Cummins, who scored 13 points against Naharia, playing the point guard spot, playing very well for his team, averaging 11 points per game here in the Basketball Champions League. Played his college basketball at Temple University, and now looking to set his career here in Europe. The foul there appears to be off the ball. It's on Gediminas Orlik, the Lithuanian. I don't think he agrees with the ref on that call. Baseline ball to Άρης. Get it into Michael Jenkins. Jenkins pulls up from a deep three off the front rim. And they still got it. Good hustle there. The home fans appreciate that one. Cummins takes it in. And it looks like a push-up. An excellent defense by Jordan Theodore. He draws the foul on Will Cummins. Jordan Theodore playing a pivotal part for this team. Averaging 18 here in the Basketball Champions League. There you can see, puts his hands up, draws the foul. As Cummins pushes him off. Cummins putting a lot of pressure on Theodore. Try to make life as difficult as possible for him. Try to take him out of his game. Orlik puts hand up with Theodore. Pulls up from 19. Nothing but net. Easily done there by Jordan Theodore. Can't give him any space, as he will make you pay. Dragicevic gives it to Marbl. Foul is on Ido Muric. There you can see Coach Preifitis giving Cummins a few words. Jenkins. Up to Dragicevic. Big man puts it on the floor, goes down the middle. And he had the right idea as he tried to dish it off to the big man down low. And in the end turns it over. JT will take his time as he brings the ball up for Banvit. Goes to the basket. Can't get it. Vidmar, offensive board. The foul is on the floor there. I believe it's on Will Cummins. Checking into the game is Vasilis Xanthopoulos. He's averaging 20 minutes per game here in the Basketball Champions League. He's the backup point guard for this Aris Salonika team. Vidmar will go to the line for two. makes the second. Santopoulos will bring the ball up for Άρης. They get it to Marbl. Marbl let loose from the rainbow. Marbl, that's what he'll do. He came off the bench against Naharia, gave his team a good 4 3-pointers. You cannot leave him open. Drafted by the Denver Nuggets in the second round. Chappell to Muric. Muric, he'll pull from 3. Same result, and we go back and forth. Both teams excellent shooting from the 3-point line in their first 3 games. They could light it up tonight. And Muric is called for another foul off the ball. He's got to be careful, as he can't pick up too many fouls here early in the game, because they'll need him down the stretch. There you can see what he's good for. Excellent perimeter shooter, just like his counterpart, Devin Marbl, the native of Michigan. Muric will check out to the game as he's picked up his second foul. And the home fans give him a little bit of a farewell to the bench. Dragicevic, like to get his perimeter game going here. Just got to find himself a little bit of space. So definitely love to pull it from the 3-pointer. There you can see the beautiful dish to Eric Buckner there from Michael Jenkins. Shooting from Jordan Theodore. These two teams just setting the tone early of this game. Clash of the Titans in Group A. Marbl. Dragicevic down low. Sinzak. Big man almost loses it again. He's got a second, he's got to throw it up. Can't get it, and Banvit will break. Orlik. Drives his left, kicks it out. We got a 3. Perimeter! It's going to be raining tonight with these two teams. Gediminas Orlik, as he starts to light it up from the perimeter as well. The 3 points was from Gediminas Orlik, not Ido Muric. They go down low, backs down, spins to his right. Vidmar comes over to help. There you can see the penetration and kick. Gediminas Orlik lets it go from the rainbow, threads it. Vasilis Simtak will go to the line for 2. Jordan Theodore guarded heavily by Santopoulos. Kicks it out, long 3. In and out this time. As Vidmar comes up with a offensive rebound. It's a foul on Simtak. He's got a lot to handle there with big man Gaspar Vidmar. Vidmar's 3rd trip to the free throw line. Slovenian veteran makes his first. And in a second. And we have a timeout to the home team, Άρης, as the visitors hold a 10-point lead, 18-8. They're just starting to settle into the game, as it's a Group A clash of the Titans between ΑΡΗΣ and μπάνβιτ. The away team just getting the better of the home.
They will make everything because it's very comfortable for them the way they play. They execute whatever they want. They don't feel us at all. Offense. This is phenomenal.
Coach Phriftis just saying to his team there, making life very easy for them. We've got to toughen it up. You see the rebounds there. μπάνβιτ just getting over a little bit more, 7-4. Obviously posing a lot more height. Gets by Vidmar. ΑΡΗΣ have got to go for second opportunities. Got to get in there, dig themselves in. μπάνβιτ as well. You can see just go to the free throw line a little bit more than ΑΡΗΣ early here. Get ready to continue here in the first quarter. ΑΡΗΣ possession. Marbl coming off the bench in their recent game against Irini Naharia. Really set the tone from the three-point line. Showed how much of a great sharpshooter he was. He'll try to get himself into this game. He's a big threat from the three-point line. Marbl heavily guarded by Chappell. They go down low. Backs down to the middle. Right-handed small hook, can't get it, tips it back in. Yankowitz gets his first 2 points, his first field goal of the game. Vidmar, hand up to Chappell. Little options, gives it up. Orlik. Backs down, goes to his right, off the backboard. Textbook post play there from Gediminas Orlik. Yankowitz. Dragicevic. Dragicevic is called for the offensive foul as he just hooks his defender. It'll be a μπάνβιτ possession. Marbl switches, and now he'll guard Jordan Theodore. Chappell gives it up, down to the big man, Vidmar. Kicks it out to Chappell. Chappell, tough shot, can't get it. Yankowitz comes up with the rebound and he'll break down the middle. He goes all the way, kicks it off. Dragicevic misses the wide open layup. And Jordan Theodore comes up with it and he hugs the sideline down the break. Muttaf penetrates, beautiful play. Goes baseline and finishes off the backboard with his right hand. Santopoulos will bring the ball up. Yankovic almost turns it over. Dragicevic, long three, beautiful. Swish there from Tadija Dragicevic. They needed that one as it was struggling to find the shot. And it's μπάνβιτ by 9. ΑΡΗΣ just cut into that lead. Jordan Theodore draws the foul on Marbl. Very deep three there from Tadija Dragicevic with a hand in his face as well. As mentioned, both these teams shoot very well from the perimeter. Could be a shootout tonight. Zimzak will take a break. JT will go to the line for 2 after drawing the foul on Devon Marble. Jordan Theodore, Seton Hall University. Standout player, he averaged 16 points per game in his senior year. Makes the first. In week 3, scored 50. And he'll just check out of the game for a little bit as we go into the last minute here in the first quarter. They go down low. Chappell, good defense in the post. And there you can see Jeremy Chappell making life difficult for the defender, for the offensive post players. A long three in his face, but he can't get it. And Harris will come up with the rebound as we go into the last 25 seconds of the first quarter. Burtos. Kicks out, Tyrelis. He'll go to the middle. Another kick out. He's got 5 seconds. Mortos with his left hand off the backboard through the middle and finishes it neatly. As we come to the end of the first quarter, our visitors hold a 9-point lead over our hosts. And Aris, we'll talk about it. They'll look to come back stronger in the second quarter. But right now, they've been held by the visitors from Turkey. As Banvit hold a 24-15 lead. Both teams shooting okay from the 3-point line, as well as the 2 points. Banvit just going to the free throw line a little bit more than Aris. Neither team coming up with any steals, but the turnover says it all right there. As Aris have 5 to Banvit's 1. Michael Jenkins dishing it off there to Eric Buckner, who neatly dunks it. Good vision there to dish it off. They'll need a big performance from both Jenkins and Buckner. The young Slovenian international Ido Muric answering down the other end. Neatly finishing off his drive to the basket. Devon Marble coming off the bench in his last game against Naharia, shooting the ball very well from the field. And that's what he'll like to get himself going, along with Ido Muric as well. Also an excellent perimeter shooter. Muric scoring 14 points in his last game against Nymburk. He's averaging 9 points per game in this tournament. Gediminas Orelek having an excellent start here to the Basketball Champions League, where he's averaging 16 points per game. 13 in his most recent game against Nymburk, as he poses a threat from the outside, but also loves to put the ball on the floor and attack the basket when he can. They'll need him to play very well tonight there to sustain this 9-point lead and move up to 4-0 here in Group A. bánvit will start possession here in the second quarter. Jeremy Chappell will inbound it. Just a little push up there that the ref hasn't seen. You can hear the home crowd disapprove. Chappell misses it. Jenkins, free, layup, off the backboard, neatly done. Xanthopoulos with the heavy defense. But Jenkins just can't come up with it. Chappell, corner, Orlik. He's got 3 on the shot clock, he's got to get a shot up. And Arris come up with another rebound. Just starting to build a little bit of momentum here in the second quarter. Jenkins. They go down low. Goes baseline, draws a foul there. And Damian Kulig, the Polish international. Arris will inbound it baseline. Murtos. Jenkins, long 3. That's going to get the home crowd going. And it's a deep 3 with Jeremy Chappell in his face, but it's no problem for Michael Jenkins. And Arris really starting to pick it up here in the second quarter. The home crowd getting up on their feet. Michael Jenkins, deep 3 with Jeremy Chappell. Jenkins averaging 14 points per game. Scored 22 in his last game as Naharia, with 4 from the Rainbow. Theodore almost gets knocked out with that screen. Xanthopoulos, the right idea as he tries to dish it down Cyrelis, and it just comes off the foot of a bánvit player. And Arris will get it baseline. They get it into Murtos. Jenkins, another 3. Can't get it to go. JT comes up with it. Through the legs, behind the back. Keeps it under control. Another turnover from bánvit, and Arris will break. He goes all the way. Right hand off the backboard. And I think bánvit will want to talk about it, as they were up 9 at the end of the first quarter. In just over 2 minutes, the lead's cut down to 2. Arris just showing a little bit of togetherness there. Starting with the defense, coming up with a lot of steals. You can hear this home crowd, they love it. It's exactly what bánvit don't need. It's for this home crowd here in Salonika to act as a 6th man.
Making stupid decisions. Why you are rushing? Why you are rushing? 20 seconds to go. What's corner open?
Coach Sasha Filipovsky.
You are like 2 laps. 2 laps.
Criticizing his team's decisions here early in the second quarter.
And you control this, we said. He's getting staggers from baseline.
bánvit, who were dominating the rebounds.
Hey guys, run
He's come back as Arris has picked up a few.
He scores down, he scores down.
Really punishing him on the fast
Keep it
break.
right side, it's right side. Just keep going. Keep going.
Trying to calm things down here. Trying to quiet this crowd down a bit. Michael Jenkins just picking up another 3 here for Arris. Jankowicz swiftly round with his right hand on the backboard. Beautifully done on the break. JT will inbound it. Dealt with the pressure nicely. Mutsaf loses to Xanthopoulos. He doesn't come up with it. And bánvit They lose it again. Another turnover. Mortos, he's got numbers. They break. Just as he thought Zarelis was going to miss it. Lays it up off the backboard, and we got a tie game. Banvit just starting to show signs of anxiety. It looked in the first quarter they had this game under control. They were setting the tempo. And Άρης coming out very strong here. Getting the home crowd riled up. Banvit have got to calm things down. Started off very well. Just find the feet here in the second quarter. Chapel double team, and they almost lose it again. Great help defense there by Michael Jenkins. As he goes over to help Xanthopoulos to double team Chapel. He can't come up with the steal. There's an off of the ball foul there on Mortos. He fouls Jordan Theodore. I believe the foul's on Yankovits. Banvit will inbound its sideline. Kulling. No room to go. The defense from Άρης, just no room to breathe. Xanthopoulos. Yankovits, pick and roll. A jump hook from 10 feet, and it's just short. I don't think that's the shot they were looking for. And another turnover from Banvit. Sloppy pass there from Jordan Theodore to Jeremy Chappelle. And Άρης have a chance to take the lead. Mortos goes pick and roll, goes baseline, cheats the screen, and I thought he was going to throw it down, but he swings it around with his left, lays it up neatly, gives his team a 2-point lead. Kulling, foot tap, pulls up from 16, off the front rim. Yankovits comes up with a rebound. He drives, draws a foul. He'll go to the line for 2 shots. There you can see Mortos faking the screen. And as he thought he was going to dunk in the face of Chapel, he lays it up neatly around with his left. Smart play there. And a simple finish. Yankovits makes his first. Two for two. Nino Murge checks back into the game. And again, it's the Άρης defense. Just no room to go for Banvit. Kulling. JT pulls up, tough shot. Doesn't get it. Murge comes up with an offensive board. You can see the swipe there from Yankovits. Just see there, just reaching in. Easily done there from Jeremy Chapel. The assist from Jordan Theodore. And they'll just settle the nerves here. Leonis gives it up. Yankovits draws the foul on Yereminas Orlik. Jenkins. Beautiful pass. And neatly finished off the backboard from Yankowitz as he rolls to the basket off the screen. And is rewarded with a good pass from Michael Jenkins. Jordan Theodore nowhere to go. Yankowitz takes his tally up to 9 points. Played some good minutes here for Άρης. JT kicks it out. Chappell, 3. Threads it from the rainbow. That will just calm the nerves down for banvit. So we're starting to lose their composure here in the second quarter. Yankowitz kicks it out. Jenkins. Can he go all the way? Just rims in and out. So Kulig will come up with the rebound. Kulig sets a screen for Theodore. Gets it back down low. Foul is on Dimitrios Kleonis. And just check out of the game. You get a standing ovation from the home crowd. Jeremy Chappell. It's a big 3 to hit with a hand in your face. Michael Jenkins is an excellent defender. Gets it to go. Chappell. Got it by Devin Marbl. Theodore, he's got 5 on the shot clock. Goes behind his back. A pass beautifully done there by Jordan Theodore. Penetrates into the paint. Gives a bounce pass to Damian Kulig, who finishes off the backboard. Damian Kulig averaging 13 points here in the basketball championship with Devin Marbl all the way. And he misses the layup, but it's tipped back in by Murtos. Marbl making an excellent drive. Can't finish the easy shot. Theodore down low to Kulig again. The foul is on the ground. There you can see Marbl just penetrating, missing the finger roll. With the tip back done by his teammate Murtos. banvit will have it inbound, baseline. They throw the lob to Murj. Back out to Theodore. The foul there is on Murtos. Oh. They might have caught a traveling violation there. And Άρης will have possession. Yankowitz. They go down to Dragicevic. Backs down, spins to his left, pump fakes. Can't get the right-handed hook to go. Jordan Theodore hugs the sideline. Lobs it to Kulig. Kulig, another pass to Murj. And as Kulig caught it in the post, Murj cut to the baseline. It gets the dish. Finishes it neatly. Marbl down to Dragicevic. Kicks it out to Murtos. He'll go baseline. They get a confusion over the receive. Dragicevic with a wild shot. Doesn't hit anything. Jordan Theodore pull the ball out. Theodore, time and space, goes in, can't get it to go. One of the best penetrating players in the Champions League just comes up short, and you can hear the home crowd. Oh, Devin Marbl! Just as the home crowd got very furious with the officiating, they didn't call the unsportsmanlike foul. Devin Marbl just tips the dunk back. Murj spins out and almost loses it. They turn it over. Yankowitz pulls up from three, off the front rim. Marbl with the offensive rebound. And they'll pull this one out. We got 5 seconds on the shot clock. Marbl, pump fakes, pulls up. Off the back rim. bānvit will break. Merge, gives it to Chappell. Lays it off the backboard. Gives his team a 1-point lead. There you can see the pass there from Merge. Chappell running the fast break. There was the foul the crowd were looking for. And as he misses the layup, Devin Marbl just so easily tip dunks it back. It makes it look so easy there. Effortless.
Listen, I want Theodore, you to pick him up, you understand? And everybody else go to somebody else, I don't care. And on pick and roll, switch. No, actually play normal. Pick up your guys, and on the first big play, push the under.
Coach
Okay,
Phreftis
slowly.
just on his
They're
team.
using hands, they're pushing.
Pick up
And
Jordan
then we are
Theodore,
not
make life uncomfortable
running
for
on
him.
fast break. They're running in fast break. That's the key. Just we need to bring all over.
Both teams hitting 3 from the
They
rainbow.
can't do nothing.
Guys, get the ball from Reed. Hey,
Both teams
they're
excellent
jumping
shooters from the
again.
3-point line. Sharing the assists there, 7 apiece. It's an exciting game here. It's a 1-point lead to bānvit. And as we mentioned, a clash of the Titans, an excellent atmosphere. It's both these teams, an immense rivalry between both Greek and Turkish basketball. It's exactly what the Basketball Champions League is about. The most exciting teams in Europe, some of the best atmospheres. And players like Jordan Theodore can really turn it up here on a night in the Champions League. Xanthopoulos will bring the ball up for Άρης. Home crowd making themselves loud and proud here in Salonika. And Merge almost comes up with a steal. Just putting his hand in the passing lane. But Άρης will have it baseline. Into Marbl, 3 from the side, air ball. Dragicevic thought about the 3 but gives it up in the post. And a spin to the right, and a beautiful baby hook from Jankowicz. Takes his tally to 11 here in the first half. With just under a minute to go in the first half here, this Group A fixture. Chappell picks with Kulig. And a turnover. Jankowicz comes up with it. He's fouled by Jeremy Chappell in the play. Άρης really picking up the defense here in the second quarter. A little bit slow. They had 5 turnovers in the first quarter. Coming up with a lot of steals here in the second. Xanthopoulos. Heavily guarded by Jordan Theodore, but deals with the pressure. Marbl down to Dragicevic, 3 from the corner. Doesn't hit anything. And Jordan Theodore will come up with the ball. Just under 30 seconds here in the second quarter. Theodore draws the foul there on Xanthopoulos. Just having the quicker feet against Xanthopoulos. He's one of the better players in the Basketball Champions League, Jordan Theodore. Averaging 18 points per game. What he loves to do best is just attack the basket, penetrate. A timeout called. bānvit sort of setting the tone here early in the first quarter as they held a 9-point lead. Beginning of the second quarter, Άρης picked it up, coming up with a few steals. And the home crowd picking up their voice, really getting behind this team. Come back in it.
So, Ty, you go under, so not to receive a pick, and then remember, okay, press the ball, okay, can't press it. You remember the timeout offense, that they want to make a sprint.
Jeremy, sprint, yes. Damian after stagger, reads open, head of space. Watch.
bānvit have 25 seconds here left in the first half.
Let's
They'll try to get the ball in the hands of Jordan Theodore and allow him to create.
we go.
Get him to penetrate into the key. If he's got it, he'll go for it himself.
Jordan,
If not,
ball.
he'll kick out. He's got a lot of options around him. Muric, Chappell. There you can see he's got one thing on his mind, and that's just to attack the basket. He shoots the ball very well, but with his quick step and his brilliance at finishing around the basket, makes him such an offensive threat. And that's why he's averaging 18 points per game here in the Basketball Champions League. Banvit will inbound the ball sideline with 25 seconds to go here in the first half. Get it into Kulig. Marbl defends Jordan Theodore. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Theodore just holds his ankle there. Hopefully nothing too serious. Pulls up for three. And he catch and shoot as he squares up to the basket. Marbl's got 5 seconds here in the first half. Xanthopoulos to finish the first. Can't get it. And at the end of the first half, it's our visitors from Turkey, Banvit, 38, and our hosts from Salonika, 36, in this Group A fixture. It's been an excellent first half here if you haven't been watching, with Banvit setting the tone in the first quarter. But in the second quarter, Άρης just started to answer back, coming up with a lot of steals, making this Group A fixture an exciting clash of the Titans. Both teams shooting very decently from the rainbow. But obviously it's Άρης dominating within the rainbow with 12 out of 26. Splitting the assists. But it's those steals in the second quarter that got Άρης back into this game. Banvit there, didn't have a lot of turnovers in the first quarter. They set the tone. There you can see 9 turnovers, most of them coming in the second quarter. And it's what enabled Άρης to come back into this. Jankowicz playing some very good minutes here as he came off the bench, scoring 11 with 5 rebounds. But for Banvit, it's Olido Muric. We can't forget Jordan Theodore playing very, very well. Jankowicz, as he's dominating points and rebounds, he's also got 3 steals here. Playing very well in the first half. And both teams will go to the change room. They'll talk about it and figure out what they got to do to come up with this 4th victory. With Άρης sitting second here in Group A and Banvit sitting third. Both teams with a 3-0, but only one can go to 4. And you can see Jenkins, the beautiful dish off to Eric Buckner, who dunks it neatly for the home team. And Buckner not featuring much here in the second quarter. I'll probably see more of him in the second half. Such an athletic presence around the rim, both defense and offensively. Olido Muric finishing nicely off the backboard in the first quarter. The young Slovenian international. Just see the vision there from Michael Jenkins. Jordan Theodore showing his presence from the perimeter, as well as Devin Marbl. Remember, Marbl coming off the bench in their last game against Irani Naharia, shooting exceptionally well from the perimeter. Just hasn't quite found his figure here in this game against Banvit. Muric will need to be offering a lot more of that in the second half if they're to come away with a win here in Salonika. Dragicevic with the long 3 with Chappell in his face. Jenkins with the same result. Chappell also putting the hand up. It's plays like that will definitely get the home crowd up and going and act as that 6th man here for Άρης. It's all about the defense from Άρης, forcing 9 turnovers from Banvit. Jankowicz top scoring here with 11 points for Άρης in the first half, coming off the bench. Neatly finishes off the backboard. Michael Jenkins, one of the top scorers for Aris Salonika in this Basketball Champions League. At 14 points per game. 22 in his most recent against Iridi Naharia. Spiros Mortos just cheating the screen. Jeremy Chappell with the big three. Michael Jenkins in his face. He says to Jenkins, if you can do it down one end, well, I can do the same. But at the end of the first half here, it is banvit who lead our hosts, Aris. Get a quick drink, but don't go away too long, as the second half promises to be an excellent one between this clash of the Titans. banvit against Aris, Group A. Both teams undefeated here in the Basketball Champions League. We'll be back soon. Welcome back to this Group A fixture between ΑΡΗΣ-μπάνβιτ and the Basketball Champions League. So we've had an exciting first half between these two teams, as it's our visitors who hold a 2-point lead. Our visitors who started off very strongly, leading the host by 9, started to self-destruct a little bit in the second quarter. They turned the ball over a lot. They've got back into it, and they're just holding a 2-point lead. Weathering the storm here in front of a very large Irish crowd, who've made their voice heard loud here. Both teams holding a 3-0 record here in Group A. Will look to move out with a 4-0 and challenge the third better team in this Group A of AS Monaco. Take on ΑΡΗΣ in the Basketball Champions League. Try to move up, cement a stronger position in the regular season. We're just under 2 minutes for tip-off second half. Jordan Theodore starting the game off very strongly, just keeping his team composed, as they need a big game with him. They might need a little bit more of a scoring threat if they're going to come away with a victory. While for the host, it's all about Nick Galis, as he's come off the bench, giving his team 11 points, 5 rebounds, but more importantly, showing his defensive effort, coming up with 3 steals. Just started to cool down a bit at the end of the second quarter, ARÍS. They'll try to come back in it again here in the third. Try to use this home court advantage to pick up the 4th victory. They won't want to come up with their first loss here at home in the Basketball Champions League. The ARÍS fans really starting to pick their voices up in the second quarter. Devin Marbl, the sharpshooter who played well in his last game against ΑΡΗΣ, try to get going from the perimeter. Know what a threat he can be. But it's ARÍS who will start with possession here. And they'll inbound the ball. And Will Cummins, who did not feature much in the second quarter, checks back in for ARÍS. Theodore gets it on the wing. Fakes the pass and gives it back to Cummins. He's got 5 seconds on the shot clock. Cummins penetrates, draws a foul, and he has a chance to make it a 3-point play. Cummins, as mentioned, did not play very much in the second quarter. A very athletic guard, finishes with his right, and he'll go to the line for an extra point. Can't get it to go, Will Cummins. Jordan Theodore will bring the ball up for the visitors. Orelek. No options, but throws it down to the big man, Vidmar. Spins around, another spin. And the home fans want to travel, but they're not getting it. Michael Jenkins comes up with a defensive rebound and hugs the sideline up the court. Did he dribble off his own foot? Nope, he dribbled it off the defensive foot. And he'll get the ball back with 14 on the shot clock. And they got to go back again. And he'll just inbound the ball for his team. Kicks it out, we got a 3. Rainbow time, string music. And it's that man Jankowicz who takes his tally up to 14 points. He's had an excellent game here. Orelek, handoff for Theodore. Picked up by Buckner. Orelek takes it in, just avoids the block from Buckner. And Vidmar, the big man, finishes. Cummins wastes no time as he inbounds it. He'll attack the basket again. Off the back, but it rims out. Buckner comes up with it. He finishes it with a sky hook. Eric Buckner, who averages 8 points per game here in the Basketball Champions League. And again, it's a defense from that man, Michael Jenkins, making life very difficult for Jeremy Chappell. Cummins just hits the back off the backboard but can't get it to go. But Eric Buckner comes up and finishes it. Theodore, top scorer for this banvit team. Not a lot of room to go. Merge, thought about the three but doesn't take it. The big man spins again. Beautiful move there by Gaspar Vidmar, who's not usually an offensive threat here for banvit, but scores the last 4 points. Takes his tally up to 8. Jenkins gets past Chappell, draws the foul, and he's looking for the ref for an and one, but the ref's not having it. You just see it, just having a quicker foot over Jeremy Chappell. He gets it back. Heavily guarded. Crosses over, kicks out. Marbl's got a second, he's got to shoot it. And almost a Larry Bird shot there off 1 foot. He does that from 18 feet. Theodore kicks it out, Orlik. Chappell pump fakes, he'll pull from behind the rainbow. And it's the same result there. As both teams really lighten it up like they've been doing all game. Cummins attacks, and again, he was called for the same foul in the first quarter. Jordan Theodore, an excellent defender, putting Will Cummins under a lot of pressure. Cummins just can't get by him. Here you can see the one-legged Dirk Nowitzki shot from Devin Marbl, swishes it. Close game between these two, really battling it out. Merge in the low post, backs down Marbl. Marbl reaches and gets called for the foul. You can hear the home crowd, they don't like that one. Marbl not arguing with any of the officials, accepts the call. Woodtaff will check back into the game. And it's a good call there because you can just see he doesn't even get the ball. It does put off Ido Muric from his back down. banvit will inbound at baseline. Three, Orlik, side, can't get it to go. Mutaf comes up with the offensive rebound. Theodore shakes and bakes. Floater, he can't get it. And the big man, Gaspar Vidmar, comes up with an offensive rebound. And that's two offensive rebounds back-to-back for banvit. Shake and bake there from Jordan Theodore. Step back, in and out. And it's a rarity to see him miss. He's such an excellent shooter. Jankowicz kicks out to Marbl, penetrates down the middle, bumps, and a floater's nothing but the bottom of the net. Devin Marbl is just starting to catch fire here in the third quarter. Theodore penetrates. That's what he loves to do. He's a smaller player, but knows how to use his body. Neatly puts it off the backboard. Xanthopoulos heavily guarded by Theodore. Jenkins bumps. Does he get the and one? I believe he does, and he'll go to the line for one shot to make it a three-point play. And as he curls a screen, draws a contact off Gaspar Vidmar. It's a bit of a wild shot, but he gets it to go. Here you can see the previous play, Devin Marbl, almost very similar, drawing contact, putting up a little floater. Jenkins makes it a three-point play. And Arris just showing the pressure on the full court. Theodore gets it over, but it's an 8-second violation, and it's another turnover. And this Arris defense causing bánvit a lot of problems here. And they'll call it a timeout, and they'll talk it over, because you can hear the home crowd. They're getting into it, just like they did at the beginning of the second quarter. As Arris just have a little 3-point lead here. bánvit just getting the better of the rebounds over Arris, 21-18.
All right, play folks, close down, but listen. This is Vlado. This is Buck. This is Marbl.
Arris' bench outscoring bánvit's bench 22-7. That made a big difference. Arris, tough scorer.
Don't go too much to the side.
Yankowitz coming off.
Okay,
He's got 14.
Second pick, to Wagner to Jenkins.
Don't drive! Don't feet! Hey, let's go!
Coach Filipovsky just trying to get his team into it. I think they see themselves making the same beginning to the third quarter as they did in the second, where they had a good lead. Silly turnovers, so Arris come back into it. Devin Marbl just starting to find his feet, catch fire into this game. Such a lethal offensive threat is Devin Marbl. Michael Jenkins will get the ball in. Tries the pick and roll with Buckner, with a deflection off a bánvit player, and Arris will get it back. Xanthopoulos will inbound it. Michael Jenkins heavily guarded there from Muttaf. Goes to his right, and he's blocked by Muttaf. bánvit will break. Theodore in transition, gives it to the big man, Vidmar! A beautiful finger roll as he catches the pass from Jordan Theodore and finishes it neatly. Yankowitz kicks out, Xanthopoulos, 3, corner, can't get it, and Murge comes up with the rebound. Chan Muttaf, guarded by Michael Jenkins. Theodore, we've got a steal there, but Theodore gets it back, keeps his dribble alive. Murge, 3, and bánvit take a 52-50 lead as they just start to dig into Arris' defense. Yankowitz gets it to Jenkins, he'll pull a 3, and it's a shootout, ladies and gentlemen. And as I said at the beginning of the game, both teams will shoot excellently from the perimeter as they light it up from the rainbow. We're going back and forth now. Theodore, penetration, good defense from Eric Buckner. Yankowitz just starting to get a little bit aggressive. The referee, I think, scored a technical on the Arris bench. And I'm not quite sure what happened there, whether it is a coach technical or a bench technical. But as Yankowitz, you can see there, comes up with a rebound, flinging his elbows around. I'm not sure you can do that. I don't know what the referee saw or what he heard, but it's a technical towards the Arris. And you can see Michael Jenkins just starting to get the crowd in. Jenkins pulling up for a 3. Muttaf, you can't give Michael Jenkins that time and space. He's averaging 14 points per game here in the Basketball Champions League. He's such a lethal three-point shooter, as well as Ido Murge, who gets the pass from Jordan Theodore, keeps his dribble alive as he almost stumbles it. And it's quite silly from Arris, just as they were starting to build on this lead. bánvit will go to the line with 2 shots and possession. Exciting game we got here. Both teams really digging it out and throwing it at each other. Yankowitz having an excellent game with 14 points. Not the biggest option here for the Arris team, but playing an excellent game tonight. Defensively and offensively. Ido Murch, the young Slovenian international, coming from a basketball family where his older brother Dino Murch, also prominent Slovenian basketball international. You can see there the quickness from Will Cummins on the perimeter play. This Irish team will light it up from the three-point line. And the big man, Gaspar Vidmar, having an excellent game offensively, as well as his counterpart, Eric Buckner. Not usually first option big men. Vidmar showing the spin move as he neatly finishes off the backboard. Orelek can't get the free throw, but banvit will get possession. You just see coach there tell him to calm down, use your head. We got this. And the home crowd really starting to jeer now. Woodtaff pulls up for a crazy three, and he can't get it to go. And Michael Jenkins will come up with a defensive rebound. They go down low. Penetrates to the middle, kicks out. Yankovitz, three. It's good! Yankovitz goes up to 17 points. He gives his team a 4-point lead. Theodore. He throws it away, but there's a deflection. Xanthopoulos is adamant that he didn't touch it, but the ref tells him he did. Yankovitz neatly puts it down from the perimeter. Top scorer in this game, Vasilis Yankovitz. And it's an open play there for Muttaf. And I'm not quite sure what the Irish defense did there, but they fell asleep. banvit have the easiest two you'll ever see here in the Basketball Champions League. Marbl looked for the step back, but didn't have enough time. Jenkins loses it. banvit will break. They kick it out to Theodore. Vidmar, big man, misses the wide open layup. Xanthopoulos kicks it out. Tsireilis. You can see there, not usually a three-point shooter, as he misses by a long way. Michael Jenkins will pick up a foul against Jordan Theodore. And here you can see the Irish defense just falling asleep. All of them following, and Muttaf having an easy layup. You don't usually see that in European basketball. And that's as easy as a layup you'll ever see. Muttaf, quick three. Nets it. And it's banvit by one. Just over 2 minutes to go here in the third quarter. And we got a floater. And it just ins and out. But it goes in. And that's Tsireilis. That's his first two of the game. Second two. Murch. Theodore calls a pick from Vidmar. Not a lot of space to go. And he almost loses it. And they call a foul on the floor. It appeared to me that Gaspar Vidmar was about to be called for a 3-second violation. But he's fouled. Here you can see Jordan Theodore losing it. Vidmar, he picks it up. It's a tough call there for the ref, but he's made the right choice. bánvit will inbound it baseline. They go long to Muttaf. Muric, he'll pull up, deep three off the front rim. Theodore comes up with a rebound. They go for another three. Devin Marbl, excellent rebound. He draws the foul on Muttaf, and you can hear the home crowd starting to get on the officials' case. The officials doing an excellent job, pulling it right down the middle. Devin Marbl with the aggressive defensive rebound. Xanthopoulos will bring the ball up. Uses the pick. Cross court, Devin Marbl, three from the side, in and out. bánvit will come up with the defensive rebound. Just under a minute to go here in the third quarter. It's an exciting game here within this Group A fixture. The double team. Muttaf pulls up from his right, off the back rim. And the foul there is on Zaras, as he fouls Damian Kulig, who gets the offensive rebound. Damian Kulig, the Polish international, will go to the line for two. Scored 13 points in their last game against Nymburk, averaging 10 points per game in his first four in the Basketball Champions League. Can't get the second to go. Tie game here, 30 seconds to go in the third quarter. Clash of the Titans here in Group A. And it's an off-the-ball foul there. Yeriminas Orelek. I don't think he agrees with the official's call. Nonetheless, Άρης will go to the line for two free throws. Needs to keep his head, Orelek, because they're going to need him to play well in the fourth quarter. Gonna let the call go by, move on from it. Vlado Jankowicz makes the first. Makes them both. Jordan Theodore will bring the ball up under pressure. Just a second and a half difference between the game clock and the shot clock. JT will try to go for the last shot. He's got 5 seconds. He pulls up for a three with a hand in his face. And there you can see why he's a top scorer for this bánvit team. Devin Marbl cannot hit the final. But an excellent play there from Jordan Theodore. That's why he averages 18 points per game for this bánvit team. Just runs the clock down as he pulls up for a three with a hand in his face. Hits nothing but net. And at the end of the third quarter, the visitors from Turkey, bánvit, hold a 1 point lead over their host from Salonika. Both teams really lighting it up from the field. Behind the rainbow and in the rainbow. Splitting the rebounds. bánvit, just 10 turnovers too many. But Άρης as well, 7 is a little too much as well. Will Cummins just showing his athleticism and speed. Gaspar Vidmar Not one of the first two options for this Banvit team, but has 8 points here. See the spin and the pump fake off the backboard. Devin Marbl with his 1 foot fadeaway step back. A wild shot, but nonetheless got it to go. As well as his penetration and floaters. Jenkins doing the exact same. Curling the screen, drawing the contact. Getting the and one. Jordan Theodore keeping his dribble alive. Kicking it out to Ido Merge, who finishes it from the side. Jenkins down the other end, showing his presence from the perimeter. Telling the ref, you need to see it. As well as Yankovitz, who's the top scorer tonight with 19 points coming off the bench. As we go into the fourth quarter, it's Banvit by 1, and it's both teams undefeated in Group A. How are they going to play out these last 10 minutes? Theodore tries to hand it to Kulig, but he drops it and catches it out of bounds. And it'll be ARÍS ball. Damian Kulig, the Polish international, usually a top scorer for this Banvit team, only has 3 tonight. Will Cummins. Goes hand off of Jenkins, who almost slips over and keeps it alive. Cummins penetrates, throws it out of bounds, and it's a turnover. Banvit will get the ball back. Theodore gives it to Kulig. Merge draws the foul, just gets a hit off the head. Bit of a hard hit. Looks like he'll be okay. Foul's on Cyrelis. Theodore, pull up for 3, can he get it? Yes, he can! It's the 3rd time tonight he's hit a 3 off the dribble. And it's the 3rd swish from that perimeter. And it's a big shot there. An off the ball foul on Muttaf. There you can see, through the legs, pulls up with Cummins in his face. Swishes the 3. Just like he did against Maccabi Ramedia, the 4th quarter is where Jordan Theodore likes to come to life. It's trademark time. ARÍS will be hoping that it's not tonight. Cummins. They go down to Dragicevic, and the foul's on Damian Kulig. And this time it appears to be an offensive foul on Cyrelis. And Banvit will get the ball back. Theodore's guarded by Michael Jenkins. He penetrates, dishes it off. And we got an and one. Yereminas Orelek gets the dish from Jordan Theodore, and he'll go to the line to make it a 3-point play. There you can see Jordan Theodore dishing it off. Orelek makes it a 3-point play. Eric Buckner just checking out of the game there. Kάμινγκς penetrates, easily done. Gets into the lane and lays it with his right hand. And he cuts the lead down to 5. And another foul there on Sarelis. I think Will Kάμινγκς is wondering who the foul's on. It's Sarelis' 4th personal foul. He's 1 away from leaving the game. JT guarded by Michael Jenkins. He's had a big game. Pulls up from 18. And it's a rarity as he misses. Will Kάμινγκς comes up with the ball. And he'll penetrate. He'll attack the basket. He doesn't get the 3-point play. He draws a foul on Damian Kulig, but he'll go to the line for 2 shots. The foul might be on Muttaf, I'm not quite sure. Will Kάμινγκς has been very quiet tonight, only 2 points. He's played very well. He hasn't played a lot, as he usually would. He makes both free throws, and it's a 3-point lead to bánvit. Been a good game so far. Theodore bring the ball up. Murch. Orlik penetrates. Floater, nicely done of Eric Buckner. Just gets enough height to avoid the block. Kάμινγκς pulls up for 3. Gets things going. It's a 2-point lead to bánvit. It's been close throughout. The highest lead bánvit had is 9. It's been neck and neck to both. Theodore penetrates left hand. You can see, shows the strength. Will Kάμινγκς between the legs. He'll penetrate, and he gets blocked by Kulig off the backboard. Dragicevic tries to gamble and almost pays the price. Kάμινγκς just stumbles. He'll recover. Sarelis, we got a mismatch. A long, deep 3 off the back. Can't get it. Sarelis. Yankowitz, pardon me, will come up with the rebound. They go down to Dragicevic, the veteran. He draws the foul on Ido Murch. He'll go to the line for 2. Tadija Dragicevic started his career with Crvena Zvezda, Red Star Belgrade. Last year was the top scorer in the Montenegrin League. Go to the line for 2 free throws. Tadija Dragicevic, drafted by the Utah Jazz. His draft rights were traded around. He went to the Chicago Bulls. Hasn't played a game in the NBA. Right now, brings his experience. Kulig will bring the ball up for bánvit. JT's been guarded heavily by Theodore. They get it on to Kulig, no foul called. Chappell kicks it out, Theodore, deep 3. Just cooling down a little bit, but they come up with an offensive rebound. And Kάμινγκς comes up with it. What we got? Two-handed cram jam. We got a tie game. There you can see Will Kάμινγκς just giving it off to Devin Marbl. And he runs the break just like Rip Hamilton back in his days. And dunks it with 2 hands. It's a tie game, 71 apiece. And Aris' defense came to life in the second quarter. And it's what's kept them in this game. And it could be what gives them the crucial victory. It takes them to 4-0.
Stupid decision. Better to shoot last second shot. They're leaving from fast break. These guys scored already 10 points.
Orelek there in foul trouble with 4. Along with Vito Muric. They've got to be careful they can't pick up another one, because they'll be out of the game. As for Aris, it's only Tyrelis with 4 fouls. Not too much foul trouble to worry about. It's been an exciting game here. It was Banvit who started the game off very well in the first quarter with a 9-point lead. Just came out a little bit sleepy in the second quarter, as Aris coming up with over 10 steals in this game, making Banvit play and forcing Banvit to a lot of turnovers. But that man there, Jordan Theodore, 16 points, 5 rebounds and 8 assists. He's doing what he does best. He's one of the top scorers here in the Basketball Champions League. And he gets it into Jeremy Chappell, who's guarded by Will Cummins. Chappell not the quickest on the court, a very experienced and lethal scorer. Theodore's got a mismatch against Dragicevic, gives it up to Chappell. The big man Vidmar. Chappell, deep 3. Banvit cooling down here. They were hard at the beginning of the fourth quarter and the early third. Missed their last 3-point attempts. Devin Marbl will inbound it to Will Cummins. Cummins has 6 points in the game. He's going to penetrate, step back, airballs it. And Yankovitz, it did appear that he dribbled it out of bounds. I don't think he's got much case to argue, as it's a good call from the referee. And Jordan Theodore, cool as ice, gets a handoff. And it looks like Vidmar just took out someone. They go alley-oop. Muric, I don't think he's used to catching those kind of passes. Yeah, Yankovitz hasn't really got much case to argue with the ref there. Clearly dribbles it out. But Aris will get it back. Just over 5 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. 71 apiece. It's been an exciting game between this clash of the Titans in Group A. Dragicevic. Cummins goes handoff. Pulls up 15. Front rim. Gets his own rebound. Almost loses it. Marbl gives it. Slam jam time! Eric Buckner, very quiet this game. 6 points, and they've all been dunks. Theodore. Chappell. They go down to Orelek. Backs down Cummins. And it gets a traveling violation called against him. And Aris will get the ball. There you can see Marbl dished it to Buckner, who finishes with ease. He dunks so calmly, doesn't try to rip the rim down, shows no emotion. The Aris fans picking it up in the last few minutes here. Yankovitz, he's got 19 points. He throws it away, and Orelek will come up and break down the other end. Chappell, 3 in transition, off the back rim. And as he comes up with the steal, he instead gets called with a personal foul. It's a tough call there. It's a good call from the referee. Loud and proud of the Aris fans. Supporters of one of the most excellent clubs in Greek and European basketball history, featuring players such as Panagiotis Giannakis and Nick Galis, as they were labeled back in the day the Empire, who also led the Greek national team to their victory in the European Championship in 1987. Devin Marbl misses both free throws, which is A little unusual considering what a great shooter he is. As they hold a 2-point lead against Banvit. It's been a great game so far. Orlik penetrates to his right, spins to his left. And another traveling violation there against Gediminas Orlik. I'm not quite sure what happened there. The home fans just started to get up a little bit. There you can see, spins back to his left. It's a tough call there because you see that a lot in European basketball. I think it's a good move. However, the referee thinks differently. It was a traveling violation. There was a technical foul there called in Gediminas Orlik. Will Kάμινγκς makes the free throw. They'll get possession back. Marbl will bring the ball down. He gets taken out there by Gaspar Vidmar. The foul's on the ground. Vidmar puts his hands up to say, hey ref, I didn't do anything. Vidmar, such a big, imposing, strong player. Just his size enough. Very physical. He looks like a gentle giant. Devin Marbl missed his last 2 free throws, makes his first. In and out, gives Άρης a 5-point lead. Just under 3.5 to go here in the 4th quarter. It's been neck and neck between these two. They really battled it out. It's been an exciting game. Theodore kicks out. Chappell, tough 3, makes it. Real tough 3 there off the dribble by Jeremy Chappell. And he cuts it down to a 2-point lead. Buckner, pick and roll with Jankovits. It just deflects off a Banvit hand. And Jankovits will inbound it for Άρης. And Άρης will talk it over. You can see that a pump fake and almost loses his footing, but swishes it in under pressure. It's a big 3 there, as he missed his last 3. And he cuts the lead to 2.
You make it down, Kάμινγκς, and you post up. You understand? Vlado, you post up, you know hard. You insist on the pass to him. Now listen. Pay attention. After you know that, Will, spread the floor and back. Come high and set the floor for Vlado. You understand? So,
And here it's Flair, Gasper.
It's been an exciting game between these two. It's been close throughout. It was only Banvit who held the highest lead at 9 points. Just started to self-destruct in the 2nd quarter. Neither team really sort of getting an edge over the other. It just goes to show how 2nd and 3rd in Group A are so evenly matched. I feel like we're going to go right down to the wire in this one. Jankowicz gets it into Dragicevic. He backs down Muric. And we got a steal. It's Mutaf. Gives it to Muric. We got a tie game. And Jankowicz, who fumbled the pass, turned it over. Banvit got it down the break and tied the game up. Kάμινγκς. Almost a very tough alley-oop to Buckner, who almost laid it back in. A tough alley-oop pass to catch. They don't get it. Now you can see Buckner telling me, look, you throw the ball behind me, I can't get it. You throw it in front and I'm going to tear the rim down. There you can just see he had the right idea, but it was a tough pass to catch. I think if you just threw it in front of Buckner, this place would have gone crazy. Jenkins can't get the second to go. It's a 1-point lead to Άρης. Just under 2.5 to go in the fourth quarter. It's been a great match between these two. Chappell spins in the lane. Floater. He gets it. It's a 1-point lead to bánvit. A nice isolation there from Jeremy Chappell. He takes his tally to 15 points. Kάμινγκς, he'll penetrate off the backboard. Beautiful finger roll. And Άρης get the lead back. It's back and forth between these two. It's how it's been all game. Chappell. Mutta behind the back. Pulls up for a bit of a wild shot. And Aaron Buckner will come up with the defensive rebound. Kάμινγκς puts it behind his back, under pressure. He'll pull it out. Under 1.5 minutes to go in the fourth. It's Άρης 79, bánvit 78. He's got 5 seconds on the shot clock. They go lob. Yankowitz. And Buckner! And that's what you're going to get from Eric Buckner, the athleticism. He's so big and athletic, he'll jump from anywhere on the court. And Άρης have a 3-point lead with just over 1 minute to go. You can hear the home crowd putting a lot of pressure on the visitors. Jaron. Chappell, 5 seconds, pulls up 3. He can tie it, but he can't. And Άρης will come up with a defensive rebound. It's 1 minute left, they're up by 3. Will Kάμινγκς will slow it down. Dragicevic, lob pass, can't get it this time. And Jordan Theodore spins out of trouble. Just under 30 seconds to go, they're down by 3. That's a tough one, because it looked like Kάμινγκς dipped his hand in the cookie jar, which forced, there you can see, doesn't look like it came off his hand. It's a good call by the officials. It's a turnover from Jordan Theodore. But I think what Theodore's looking for is a reach-in foul, but he's not going to get it. And here you can see Eric Buckner showing the athleticism. That's a good call from the officials. Not too much of a foul there. Remember, it is a contact sport. We can't call everything. Kάμινγκς just punching his hand into the air because he knows that's a crucial play. And Άρης are up by 3 with under 30 seconds to go. And bánvit will try to talk it over. What can they do in the last 30 seconds? They got to get the ball back.
Yes, foul! 23 seconds to go. We go. Overplan foul. But try to steal the ball.
Can't afford for Άρης to get another basket. They're going to force Άρης into a turnover. Who's going to be the hero tonight for bánvit? They'll go back to Turkey. If they win it, they'll be held as heroes. If they lose it, they'll move on to the next game. Coach Príftis will probably be telling these guys, look, be smart. Don't turn it over. We've got a 3-point lead to go with 23 left. Let's pick up this fourth victory.
Every time time out, Jordan. Big spacing, everybody. Everybody big spacing. We go. Let's go. 1, 2, 3.
The home crowd been excellent all game. Just goes to show how passionate they are about basketball here in Greece, as well as in Turkey. They're just as passionate, and that's why it's been a clash of the titans. These two nations renowned for their basketball atmospheres. There's 23 seconds to go. Άρης will inbound it. They're up by 3. Banvit just put the pressure on. They foul Kάμινγκς. They'll go to the line for 2 shots. Fouls on Jordan Theodore. Good game for Will Kάμινγκς. He's got 13 points tonight. He hasn't featured too much, but he shot well from the free throw line. Cool as you like, Will Kάμινγκς. Makes them both. It's a 5-point lead. Jordan Theodore will bring it up. He's got 20 seconds. Pulls up for a deep 3. He misses it. Kulig. Kάμινγκς, another 3. Same result. Will Kάμινγκς, who comes up with the rebound. He's made his last 2 free throws. He's going to go to the line for another 2. Listen to that. That shows you how passionate they are here in Salonika. Άρης Salonika, one of the most successful Greek basketball clubs. An interesting fact, like their rivals down in Athens, they've never been relegated from the Greek Basketball League. A lot of success in Europe for Άρης, and they're one of the favorites in the Basketball Champions League to get to the Final 4. Kάμινγκς misses the second. I'm afraid that's it, as it's Άρης who will maintain their undefeated record here in Group A, as Banvit succumb to their first defeat. It's been an exciting game between these two, as Banvit started off early very fine, just started to crumble, and it went back and forth in the second and third. But it's Άρης at the end of 4 quarters who come up with an 84-78 victory. You can hear this home crowd. They've been loud and proud throughout the game. They've acted as a 6th man, and they've rewarded their team, who moved to 4-0 here in Group A. You can see both teams shooting very well from the 3-point line, with Banvit getting the better, although they lost. But Άρης, it's all about the defense, coming up with 7 steals. And the turnovers tells you it right there. Banvit 16-12. It was silly turnovers in the second quarter that cost them that early lead, and allowed Άρης to come back into it. Our top scorer tonight is Yankowitz, who's not renowned for his scoring for this team. He finished with a double-double with 19 and 10. But Jordan Theodore finished with his high points tally. Will Kάμινγκς did not feature very much, played a pivotal role there in the 4th quarter. He played composed basketball, leading his team to a victory by 6. And in the other game in Group A, Monaco are currently losing to Naharia. Monaco, another undefeated team. It'll be interesting to see how that one plays out. And there you can see Will Kάμινγκς showing his art around the basket. Yankowitz just pulling it from the stripe. Gaspar Vidmar, the Slovenian international, showing the post spin. He had a very good game tonight. And that man, Devin Marbl, his floater and step back Nowitzki shot, along with Michael Jenkins, drawing the and one there on Gaspar Vidmar. It was an exciting game. Vidmar neatly finishes around the basket, but it's all been about the Άρης defense. You can sort of Jordan Theodore keeping his dribble alive and kicking it out to Ido Muric. It was a great game between these two. It was a true clash of the Titans. But it was Άρης who came up with the important victory to take them to 4-0 here in Group A. Michael Jenkins showing the threat from the rainbow, as well as Jordan Theodore, who's averaging 18 points per game here in the Basketball Champions League. But it wasn't enough here tonight. They'll go back to Turkey. They'll look at this game. They'll put a line under it. And they'll move on to the next. Well, they'll play against AS Monaco, who before this game were top of Group A and are currently battling Naharia. And it's really between those three teams at the top of Group A of AS Monaco, Banvit, and ΑΡΗΣ Salonika. It was an exciting game tonight as Jordan Theodore tried to lead the troops. And they just lost it in the last 2 minutes of the fourth quarter. It was neck and neck throughout the game. They went back and forth. But ΑΡΗΣ's defense leading them to a lot of transition points, as well as Yankowicz top scoring, giving a lot of points off the bench. There you can see the defense with Kάμινγκς, giving it for a two-handed slam to Devin Marbl. And Eric Buckner showing the cool as you like, simple finishes from the dunks. He did rip the rim down that time. And Buckner finishing with 10 points. He's usually averaging 8 points per game here in the Basketball Champions League and 8 rebounds. Schaffel making a pressure three-pointer, almost losing his footing. He had an excellent game tonight. And here you can see Yankowicz just missing. But Buckner, Superman, coming in cool as you like and finishes it. So that's goodbye for now, as it was an excellent game between these two teams. And it was the hosts from Salonika who win it 84-78. Join us again next week in the Basketball Champions League, especially here in Group A. We'll see you soon, but it's goodbye for now.